What are three things that we can do to help us really master manifestation and become the creators that we're meant to be? Well, we're going to talk about this morning. This is Tom Kieran with the Be Something Wonderful studio of Higher Consciousness in San Diego, California, where we help you level up and become the best version of yourself. Guys, welcome back. I want to talk about this idea of choosing again. A Course in Miracles talks about it, that we're always making a choice between love and fear, no matter where we are in our lives, what we're doing, any decision we make. There's really only two options. One is a fear-based option. One is a love-based option. And I really love this because it sort of simplifies things for you when you're indecisive, or when you make a decision that you may regret, or you look at things you've done in the past that you may regret. Guys, we always have the option to choose again. We always have the option, no matter what we do, no matter where we've been, no matter what we're going through, no matter what we're struggling with, we can always choose love again. This is very powerful. And I want to talk about it in terms of manifestations. I want to talk about three things that you might be doing, most likely you're doing, that is slowing down your manifestations, is really just cutting you off from that divinity, cutting you off from that creator that you are, right? And the first thing is we react. We've talked about this a little bit in different ways in previous lessons, but whatever is going on in our life, we observe it and we react. And the reaction, if we don't like it, is very negative. If we do like it, it's very positive. But again, this makes us conditional upon the people, events, and circumstances in our life. What we have to do is get in a mode of creating. So, and I talked about this in terms of feelings, in terms of waiting. Most times we wait till an event and then we decide how we feel about it. We look at our reflection or our physical reality and we decide how we feel about it. Let's switch to the mode of creation. So we create the feelings that we want to feel before the events, before something happens, right? We create. When you're in creation, you're growing and expanding, right? Reacting is shrinking and becoming smaller. Creating is expanding and becoming bigger. So we want to be in that creation mode. We have these knee-jerk reactions in life, right? We knee-jerk reactions when someone says something to us, an event happens, or something doesn't go our way, or we think it's not our way. Our script in life has been disturbed, right? We've got to be, when you're in the creation mode, you're working with that divinity, you're working with that field of potential infinite possibilities. And so you're expanding and you're opening yourself up to every possibility, right? When we react, we collapse that wave. We talked about collapsing the wave function in quantum physics, the idea that when you observe an electron, it then materializes into physical form. This is the idea from quantum physics. This is the same idea, guys. When we react, whenever we dig in, whenever we have a knee-jerk reaction, we're shrinking and we're also collapsing that wave. The possibilities now are shrunk to, there's only a few possibilities, right? And they're fear-based possibilities. When you're creating, you're opening up to everything, anything that's possible. We know now that the possibilities are unlimited, that there's unlimited beings that we can be in the future, right? We can create ourselves in any way we want. We can create the events around us any way we want. The possibilities are endless and infinite. When we're in the creation mode, we're connected to that. When we're reacting, we cut ourselves off. That's the first thing I wanted to talk about. The second was this idea that we judge everything, right? And Jesus said, judge not by appearances. What did he mean by that? Meaning the events and circumstances and people around you, if you make those judgments, right, you're cutting yourself off from the possibilities once again. You're collapsing the wave, right? How can we possibly know? How can we possibly judge an event? We don't have the bigger picture. We don't know where that's leading us to, right? We're always on a path of love and a path of least resistance. We're the ones that put up the obstacles by judging, right? We can judge people, Oh, that person's good, that person's bad, that person shouldn't be doing this. Or we can judge events. This event is bad for me, or this event is good for me. Everything is neutral. We decide our relationship to it. So it's the idea of what we talked about yesterday, to be in, like Jesus said, how often should you forgive? 70 times 7, right? Continual forgiveness. Really, again, that's a gift to us, right? When we forgive ourselves, we're forgiving. When we forgive others, we're forgiving ourselves. But we're also forgiving ourselves for those false perceptions that we've made of others and the world, right? Our perceptions are not clear because if it's not based on love, if it's not connected to divinity, we don't have those lined up, clear, pure perceptions of the world, right? And generally what we do, if we don't forgive and we judge, we project. We project our own, that means something inside us we're projecting on others, right? Whenever we judge, right? It's something that we feel that we need to be healed, right? The third thing is acceptance. These are the big three, I call them. There's a lot of big threes in creation, but these big threes are what I want to talk to you about this morning. Resist nothing, right? Resist is cutting yourself off from the flow. Resist is the opposite of growth. Resist is the opposite of when you resist, you're again cutting yourself up, you're collapsing the wave, right? You're cutting yourself off from that divinity, you're collapsing the wave, and what you're creating is resistance. This is all resistance, right? Instead, accept. It doesn't mean that you agree with it. It just means you accept its right to exist. It's God-given divinity to resist, right? Many times when we resist things or we push away things or we don't accept things, it's because we don't want them in our experience. But when you resist them, you keep them in your experience. This is the one thing I wanted to really make clear with you guys. When you resist, you keep it in your experience. You put your attention on it. So we want to put our attention on the wanted things. But these are three things we can do again. Choose again. Choose to create. If we judge ourselves or judge others, choose again and forgive. If we're resisting something, if we're opposing, if we're fighting life, choose again and accept. These are the three things I wanted to kind of hit this morning to get us started. I'm calling those the big three. At least they're the big three today. We'll talk about this more, how to do it. But again, guys, it's about choosing again. You have that. You have that ability to choose again, right? And remember, it's identifying how you want to feel before the event, how you want to feel. That's the creation. That's how life gets created, right? When you're lined up with those feelings. Okay, guys, there's more to come. This is Tom Kieran with the Be Something Wonderful studio of Higher Consciousness in San Diego, California, where we help you level up and become the best version of yourself. Don't forget to hit the subscription button. It's a caricature of me with a headset. Hit the notification bell so you never miss a video. And like the video and comment and share it. That's how we get our message out. Yeah? Until next time, this is Tom. See you soon. Bye-bye.